Hey guys, what's going on? It's Danny1001 from HorizonSpartans, and if you're watching this video, that means you're interested in finding out how to make an Archer class for Skyrim. Now, if you've played Skyrim before, I'm pretty sure you've tried out using a bow, but if you're watching this video, that means you want a little bit of help with it. Now, to start off, I know I'm using a mod right now. This isn't the typical starting screen. It's just so I had to avoid the lengthy introduction and the long intro and everything. So to start off, you want to be a wood elf because they basically get some interesting racial benefits which are good for archers and bonuses to all the critical skills. And just a great class to start with if you want to be anything stealthy at all. Like they could even fulfill an assassin role, to be quite honest. But we're just going to make an archer character here. Now we'll make a little woman because the guys are ugly as hell. Not racist to wood elves. But let's see. Let's have a look at the eye colours. What colour eye should we give her? Let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty colour. That's looking fine. Now we'll just name her the Archer for quickness. Oh, this is also another mod I've got installed. I'll just click none for now, but it's kind of just like the Oblivion intro where you actually pick your class. Alright. This is one of the random spawns you spawn in. I'll just get through this and yeah, I'll go and level up a bit and do a load of stuff, and then I'll tell you what I've done from there. And boom! Right on target. And again. Headshot. And again. Boom. Boom. So as you can see, using my bow, I could slow down time when I zoomed in. Now that's one of the perks which I've got. In fact, actually, I'll bring up the perk selection screen now so you can all have a good idea of some of the perks. Now, I've got my archery quite high up here, as you can tell. Now, overdraw obviously being a must. Eagle eye, being able to zoom in, is quite effective, and steady hand as well. Now, the ones on the right, I've got to say, aren't that useful, but power shot, of course. And definitely quick shot. I cannot emphasize how useful quick shot is. Hunter's Discipline is very useful, but not necessary. Now, for the other perks, you want to take block. I know it sounds stupid, but block is going to be useful if somebody gets too close to you in melee combat, because let's be honest, you're not going to be switching to a one-handed sword. Now, sneak is something you want to get high up. Stealth, obviously, you want to max that out as quickly as possible. Now, I know I've got a few other mods installed, but yeah. You want to get backstab, but only to get deadly aim. So it does extra damage with a bow. Now, that's really all you need. But if you do want to go with a stealthy character, I do say that you want to go into light armor. Now, light armor obviously isn't mandatory, but you can be heavy armor if you want. It's just light armor, move quicker, quieter, etc, etc. And obviously you want to get the best bow you can, and I actually like to stick with iron or steel arrows for the one reason that they're easy to come by and they're relatively, good priced. I'm good with light armor here, as you can tell. I mean, I've got the Croesus mask, which is a good mask because it improves your archery by 20%. But you can always find something else which is a lot better. I'm not going to judge you for picking something else. So like I said before, with the weapons you just want to keep it with the bow and arrows, keep it nice and simple so that you're only focusing on that and it only upgrades that. The best ones which you can afford, ideally find a bow with a fire frost or short enchantment for even more damage, but if not, just stick with an average bow. It is good to keep a one-handed weapon for backup, I've got to say, because there will be times where you run out of arrows in the middle of combat and punching them with a bow is just not going to finish them off. I do love me light armor, I've got to say, because it does give protection without sacrificing speed and stealth. Now, if you want to go for followers, like, I don't really recommend followers because I like to stay alone. But if you're a person who likes your followers, if you want to go with an aggressive choice, it's best to take Janassa or Faendal, or for a sturdier companion, try a warrior like Volstad or Argus. They're quite, meaty characters which are good at taking hits for you. So a few tips when you are playing as this type of character. If you spot an enemy, drop into a stealth crouch immediately, then creep closer and start the battle with a sneak attack for maximum damage. And always look for the strongest character to get the sneak attack critical on. Because, if you're going to take out one of his grunts, instead of going for him first, you could just take him out and then have to deal with the weaker ones. It's just pretty simple. Like I said before, just use your bow exclusively so you can raise your archery skill as quickly as possible. And if you're rushed by an enemy, just bash them with your bow, back up and keep firing. That's it, just bash, bow, back up, fire. Now, I will be honest, every single archery perk is worthwhile for the stealth archer. And the real choice is not what perks to take, but when to take them. I mean, always take overdraw whenever your skill allows it. I mean, a 20% damage bonus per shot's just too good to pass up. But if you are struggling lining up your shots, take Eagle Eye or Steady Hand, or well, ideally both. And if you need to increase the amount of damage you're doing, Deadly Aim and Power Shot. But don't neglect your sneak skill. Practice sneaking up on even low level enemies, or your skill may not be high enough to help you when it really matters. Because I did that in a playthrough. I mean, I've got it maxed out now, but it really helps to keep an eye on your sneak skill. With light armor, obviously covered that, it doesn't hamper your mobility as much, allows you to dodge or back away whilst you're firing. And block's a good choice for your skill. I know, like I said, it does sound stupid and I didn't have all the perks, but whilst you can't take advantage of its shield specific perks, Power Bash and Disarming Bash works just as well with a bow and gives you an opening to make one last shot at point blank range. Now, stat bonuses are less important for your character than most, since many of your foes will never make it to melee range. The high health never hurts, but take a little stamina as well, ensure you can bash when you really need to. So when you're assaulting an outdoor camp or red dot, something like that, find a nearby predator and use command animal on them. If your first shot isn't quite enough to take out the sentries, then your new pet wolf or bear will probably do the job, or at least keep them at bay. And the Thief Stone is a good match for your sniper archer class, because it's helping you sneak and your light armor skills keep pace with your archery. Like, you can be shooting away whilst you've got the Thief Stone buffing all the other attributes. So basically, if you've been watching us now, everything is a challenge. That's the point of being an archer. You've always got to think, how can I deal with this situation? You've got to be in and out without them noticing you, and if they do notice you want to take them out before they can alert the others. Like, if you'll notice, when I came up, there's some dogs right up here, and this, I can activate the chain. Now when I activate the chain, they focus on the dog, and obviously they kill the dog in here because I didn't move in quick enough. But what I can do with that is use that as a distraction to take them out silently. Another thing that's very useful, which I probably didn't mention, I'm not sure if I did, shooting arrows at a wall is a brilliant distraction. It allows you for an opening shot to get. They will investigate the arrow shot, but from there you can always slow down time and hit them like that, because they noticed me there, so I used my time spell, and boom, all dispatched, apart from the last one up here, who I very poorly aim at and very poorly shoot at. But before my eye fully opens, giggity, I take him out, just like that. So these are some of the things you need to take into consideration when you're being an archer. I mean, I know it sounds simple, you could just run in with a bow and arrow, but if you really want to be successful at it, you've got to think everything is a strategy with an archer. It's just like being an assassin. You're a weak character. You're not going to run in. You're wearing light armor. You can't just run in. Oh, I'm just going to take a nice little shot here. And boom. You're not just going to run in because you're just going to get your head cut off. So yeah, this has been the Archer. If you have liked the video, make sure to like it. And if any of the tips have helped, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. This has been Danny1001. Make sure you subscribe as well, because those subscriptions really keep me happy. I shall catch you all later.